not sweet pack. They will never give you this sugar syrup or sugar when you order green tea. So you think your American sweet tea is disgusting? I'm sorry. You guys might think these Japanese drinks are also disgusting. This is a black vinegar drink. And this is black vinegar, honey, and apple.
Lupinia, sujuk, aybar, kaymak, sugo mesa, yaya, paradise, luke, sujuk, rastava, aybar, yogurt, garlic, meso, garlic luto, paprika, sujuk, garlic, yogurt, luto paprika, paradise, meso, yaye, limon, long. This is the real Balkan breakfast.
These breakfast quesadillas are delicious.
This might be the worst breakfast ever. This is a Balkan breakfast.
No, it's not. This app turns me into a hater. We don't eat avocados. We don't eat jalapenos. We don't eat camembert. Today, we show you the...
Hello,
You're gonna say women should submit to you. You don't even know the true value of a woman, what a woman truly is. Don't talk about women.
Oh, I already did.
You're gonna say women should submit to you.
100%. Why? Because a man is meant to lead. And a woman is not.
That's why.
Because a woman is emotionally based. A man is logically based. And you need more logic than emotion. I told you that. Well, my daddy who raised me. Again.
A man.
That's why I'm the money, all right? What's your father's name?
Listen,
Do you know your father's name? You don't have a father in your life, and unless you tell me wrong, unless you tell me different. I'm going to assume you don't have a father in your life, and you were raised by a single mother. I'm sorry, no single mother can teach a boy how to become a man. Teach a boy how to become a man.
Oh, I beg you, right? See, I don't think you understand, right? See, what people don't understand is, right, you got a thing called divine feminine and divine masculine, right? So you got to combine them two in order to be on in life, right? So you don't understand. The first person that taught him anything was the mother, because like she didn't want to live, she didn't want to nurture, she didn't want to give.
That's your job.
You would turn around and told
That's your job.
no bitch get down and bow to me, you wouldn't be here. You're gonna say women should submit to you. You don't even know the true value of a woman.
That's the reason why black people raise more accepting and ambiguous kids. I was looking on the app like single father households and shit, and like that's one the black one, because it was like I ain't gonna lie, she was just like, yeah, I was in the Bronx, da da da. But it was kind of like the Hispanics and the whites were like, especially the Hispanics, it was horrible, honestly. Like they just don't want to do that shit. They take so much offense and like even like participating in their daughters' lives and shit if they're a single father or a daughter. One that had the most like success and didn't come out like you could tell like with any issues type shit was the black woman. And the way she said it was like, yeah, my dad was like, nah, I'm not gonna let anybody fucking like treat you like that. So you're gonna act, this is how you need to be a lady. And when she said that shit, I was like, thank you. Because white dads are not gonna do that shit with their daughters if they're a single father. It's just too much for them. And you know what I'm saying? And you have Hispanic dads that they're like, you know, the white man's sidekick. So they're like, oh shit, they're not gonna do it at all. She said she felt like she had to be his wife. But really, I think like she meant like her own mother. She had to be her own mother and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. So, kind of ironic.
Women truly is. Don't talk about women.
Like there might be something wrong with you. Well, I hate to break it to you, but there is this condition called gender dysphoria. It's in the DSM-5, and yeah, there is something wrong with them. And sometimes they need to socially transition or even medically transition to make themselves feel as if their body is theirs.
Yeah,
So
that's
there
the
you
problem.
go. Hello? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's the problem.
What's the problem? Being born with a...
Yeah, the fact that you like feel the need to change your like gender.
Okay, so there's a lot of wrong terminology being used, but that is okay. I still understand what you're trying to say. Like, okay, I know you're from the downs. That is something that I can be empathetic towards, and I can understand that education may not be the greatest over there. However,
Actually, education in my school personally is pretty good. So yeah,
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
No, it's just a different,
Yeah, I'm
like,
sure.
I got family down there, so I know it's a little different than a
I feel like it depends
Oh,
on
yeah.
which school you go to, because I understand because there are a lot of bad schools, but I really feel like it depends on which one you
It's
go
not
to.
that you go to a bad school, it's just the way that, like, because I have cousins that are down in the South, and just the language and, like, we just have different ways, like how some people say book bag or backpack, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we go. There's really no disagreement. You don't choose to be born with a condition that makes you feel like, oh, like I'm actually a dude or I'm actually a girl. There's really no
But you
disagreement. You're just a little bit uneducated, and that's okay. You know, you're from the South. I understand. I could be empathetic towards that. Now you have a good day. Jason, do your
I'm
thing.
educated because I disagree.
No, you don't disagree. We literally agree.
I'm sorry,
Yes, I do.
What happened?
Okay, can I finish talking?
Like, what is your opinion?
Okay, my opinion on
What's
is
going
this
on?
their fault? Nothing.
All right,
much.
so basically, Jason, she came in here and she said like,
Can I finish,
I think you were here for
please?
it.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
'cause if you got a
Anyways,
point,
she
I
came
wanna
in here and
hear
she
it.
like
I'm
talked.
trying to, can I finish? Like, oh my God.
My bad.
Like, dang. Like, sister. Oh. But, they do choose to be trans because they the ones who go around saying they want to change their gender and is taking pills, hormones, or even if they don't, they the ones who choose to change the way they dress and stuff. So it really is their decision.
Okay.
Well, I've already said that. I've already said everything that I needed to say to her. I think if I have another like low IQ conversation, I'm gonna explode. So like, I fear I need to. leave.
Can I ask?
I do pray for you though. You're deep in the South. I hope
No.
you get smarter.
I
Yeah.
pray for you for being
Can I ask some questions?
I hope God cures you of your
Babe,
90
don't
IQ.
disrespect me and act like I'm not gonna disrespect you back. Like,
Can I
straight
ask
like
some
that.
questions?
Oh, I'm not disrespecting you. I'm
wait.
genuinely just
You
like
are
praying
though. You
for
just
bro.
called me uneducated
You're just
like
really-
5 times. Then
you
got
are
mad when I said
uneducated.
disrespect. Okay.
Have a good day now.
Okay. You know
I'll
me
pray
off of
for
one. You know me off of one conversation. Bruh.
I have
Okay,
a
I'm
question.
sorry.
I have a question for you guys. Like,
Why
can I
do
ask you a
fucking
question?
niggas think that shit? Like, that's so
Yeah,
funny as
I'm
shit.
sorry. Like,
Like, they really be like, oh my god, you don't know.
Okay,
You just told me we were.
because your point, what
Go ahead.
is your
Literally.
point? Like, what is your, like, for example, when you start an essay, what is your, like, first line that you're going to say into this introduction of, like, what is your belief? What do you
where I
say?
stand on it. Where I stand on it, then I go into the like why I believe that.
Okay, but, like, what is your statement? I'm asking what is that statement so we can go
Oh.
off of that.
All right, so my statement is that trans people choose to act on that. Like they choose to change their gender on their birth certificate. They choose to go around socially changing their pronouns. They choose to like change the way they dress. They choose to get surgeries. They choose to take pills.
Isn't it crazy? Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, people just be wanting issues. Like, oh my gosh, the attention people crave is crazy. Like, Pride is honestly just built on attention. If I'm be quiet.
Girl,
Nah,
get
let's
outta
talk.
We were talking to one person.
No, but you're
No. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. I'm gonna talk.
Okay, then don't care, but I care.
So it's
You
just
didn't even introduce yourself.
Like, man.
Like she needs to shut up.
Hello,
Yeah,
hi,
that's
my name
basically
is.
what I think.
Also, I'm 23 for age check.
I'm
Okay.
22.
Why do y'all do age shits? Like,
because
So we're not talking to children.
when you're younger.
oh, right.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, kids exist.
But yeah, that's basically, my thought on it. So yeah.
Hold on, I want to
basically-
ask something again. Did you just say to the last guest that you will pray to them for being gay?
I was gonna, yeah.
Yes, because they call me uneducated like 50 times, bro.
I will say that.
Okay, what does that have to do? Wait,
Yeah, can I have a
what?
question?
How does that?
Wait, can one of y'all talk to one time, please? Like,
How does that lead to you being like, I'll pray for you for being gay? That's just
because they said they'll pray for me for being uneducated in front of stuff, so I said something back. Like,
Because the statement
Okay.
shouldn't have been made that someone is uneducated because that becomes an invalidated point within the like structure of a conversation or argument. You kind of want to, like, for example, that's what makes it hard for us to get our point across as trans people is because we start immediately losing the facts in the conversation
Yes.
and losing
that's
opinions.
what I'm saying. Because like I came on here respectful, then he just disrespected me for no reason. So.
Well, it's just I'm pretty sure they got like really got angry about the situation, and it's just both.
Then why
halves.
debate?
Okay, but back to the like prompt. You kind of just proved the prompt correct because we're not saying the transitioning isn't a choice. We're saying that the identity of that person rooted in the mental and feeling is not a choice.
yeah. Like, do you think gender dysphoria is a choice?
So wait, you feel like you are a boy. So you said that it is not
Yourself.
a choice.
Mike is
What?
You did not introduce yourself.
Hello, hi. What's your name? What?
Like, are you even old enough to be here?
Does that sound like it?
Are you born past 2015? Like,
Are you in the? How old are you?
But
How old do you have
I'm
to be in
saying,
this?
18 plus.
Yeah, I was a kid.
but I'm basically saying they choose to act on it. Like you don't have to act on it.
Well, no,
Yes,
duh.
you're agreeing. So you're agreeing with the point.
This is like saying gay people choose to act on their attraction. Like,
No,
yeah,
gay
you don't have
If I
to
have a
act on
crush on somebody,
still
I'm
gay.
not
Gay people are
If we go, if I had a choice to like girls, I would like girls.
Gay people are different.
Oh,
That's
How?
How is that? That's so hypocritical to say. Like what? How are they different? How?
Now, I almost got arrested today.
For what?
No, I almost got arrested today. That shit was crazy. Like, obviously, I was hoping to make an impact with my testimony, but I have never had this kind of reaction. After I gave my testimony, this whiny little dweeb at the front of the committee was like, I feel threatened. We have to remove the witness. But the rest of the folks in that room had my back, reacted pretty negatively, so the committee decided to just move on. Except for this dweeb. As they're trying to get to the next witness, this guy literally pulls a, she's just sitting there, menacingly. This guy literally said that because I had my arms crossed, he felt intimidated. Like, I know my arms look good, but I didn't think they were that good. And of course he takes a cheap shot trying to misgender me, but what else can you expect from these people? But the way that people reacted and were talking to me after I got up, oh my god, my ego has never been higher, y'all. People wanted to get selfies with me. I had a reporter talk to me. I was getting fist bumps just up and down the line. It was crazy. And then my friends just whisked me out of the building at top speed like a Secret Service team because they were worried that they would try to arrest me once I was out of view of the cameras. I highly recommend that you watch my full testimony in the ensuing drama. It's the video I uploaded before this one. Now I'm gonna go home and sleep for like 12 hours. Y'all, I almost got arrested today. That shit was crazy. Like, obviously I was hoping to make an impact with my testimony, but I have never had this kind of reaction. After I gave my testimony, this whiny little dweeb at the front of the committee was like, I feel threatened. We have to remove the witness.
Because,
Yeah, I already know.
because
Once again,
of what people normally do when they have under 50 followers.
I'm not racist. I'm just
They
saying.
be trolling them. Yeah, all they want to do is spread their hate.
You're gonna
Pretty much.
have 50 plus.
Yep. I didn't know. I mean,
Unless
how
you're
many
a
followers do I have?
I mean,
Hold on, Dad. See that?
I don't even know.
Hold on, Dad. You're different, though, Nick. You have 10. You have 416 followers. But you're still different because I know you.
Yeah.
If I know,
It's fine.
yeah. Friends, if you have under 50 followers, but I know you, you're a lot on my channel.
In case no one has told you today, you're hot as fuck. Don't forget that. In case no one has told you today, you're hot as fuck. Don't forget that. In case no one has told you today, you're hot as fuck. Don't forget that. A lot of people dying in a lot of really weird places.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't. I want more. And I know I shouldn't. I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
So we can get up here. Please don't request if you're over the age of 18 and disagree with the background. If you come up to troll, your account will be blocked. Every account of yours will be blocked if you come up to troll or if you're under the age of 18. Hi, how old are you?
I have a problem with the under 18.
I'm fine. How old are you, please?
Who cares?
I'm
It's for educational purposes. It doesn't matter. Other than that,
Pardon. What year and month were you born, please?
what is this shit? What the fuck are you guys? It's fucking TikTok. TikTok live, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I know damn well I slept in
That was weird.
You know, you never can tell if you're at the point where people are looking at you because they're like, oh, she's cute. Or if they're looking at you like, that fucking tranny. It's just like, there's no in between. It's either just like, oh, look at her, she's cute. Or like, enemy of the state. You know, you never can tell if you're at the point where people are looking at you because they're like, oh, she's cute. Or if they're looking at you like, that fucking tranny. It's just like, there's no in between. It's either just like, oh, look at her, she's cute, or like, enemy of the state. You know, you never can tell if you're at the point where people are
Intent of having an orgasm.
Wait, I feel so like if someone's rubbing
What the fuck?
in like the
Intent to having an orgasm?
obviously, yeah. I think
Intent to having an orgasm.
Can you imagine, David, if I told you that my husband rubbed my feet in order to have an orgasm, wouldn't you consider this to be a sexual act? Like what?
No. Yeah, no, you can have, lesbians obviously don't have intercourse, but they have sex. Like, I don't think, like, sex is just like. I disagree. I think lesbians are having
They use a strap. That's different.
Not always, no. Like, lesbians can just, like, use their bodies and have sex without using any toys or anything.
No, they might just, a lot of times they just rub. Like what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, they scissor. I'm not.
This is so uncomfortable.
I'm not saying.
What if it's like, I don't know, what if like someone like breathes on someone, like blows in their ear?
Is the intention to have an orgasm?
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's gonna be a sexual act.
So is it okay, so wait, so you would say that like, okay, what about like blinking?
Like, I don't think an unintentional, like if you're
someone
just saying something happened and they unintentionally did this thing and it caused them, no, I don't think that was a sexual act. But if
What if
you're
somebody, like,
doing
winks
this
at
with the intention of having an orgasm, I would say that's the defining feature of a sexual act.
Does intent have to be in both parts or just one part?
Just one part.
Okay, so the millions of people who like fainted and orgasmed that Michael Jackson all had sexual.
Wait a second. I just told you only if it's done with the intention of having.
They went to the concert with
the intention of having an orgasm. They went to the That's fucking weird. Yeah, that was the sex act, and that's fucking weird. That is a weirder fetish than like feet fetishes. I think that sounds.
So I'm raising money for my top surgery right now, right? And I just met this girl that I felt like was trans, but I wasn't really sure if she was trans until she did one of these. Feel me, right? And it made me realize like that was a safe way for her to let me know, like, we family. You feel me? I'm one of y'all. Like, we community. It's love. You feel me? That was a safe way for her to say that she was trans without saying that she's trans. And it also made me realize that this is why it's so annoying to trans women when y'all use that. Especially people who claim to hate us, don't like us, move crazy with us, when y'all use that and don't even know what it means. But then you got the nerve to, like, or calling yourself the dogs. And there's a lot of women that's like, oh, we've been saying we dogs and this and that before. But the dogs, that's specifically a trans term for trans women. So to call yourself the dog, you're literally calling yourself a trans woman. You don't even know that. And then you're being shady, you're being funny, excuse me, towards trans women. So it's like, yeah, I get it. I understand why it's so annoying. Because it's like the same people that y'all throw shade at and throw hate towards you using this shit every day on a daily basis, but then they did. And literally, because some of them shit, you hear me? Like, it's crazy, bro. And it's not even just those two examples. There's so many different things that have been taken from the trans community, from the LGBTQ community, period, itself in general. And then it's so sad because there's even some people in the LGBTQ community that's weird towards trans people and act like they above us and act some type of way, but still be using our shit. Like, it's giving body, it's giving, that's our shit. All that ballroom talk, that's the, you feel me? Like, yeah, and I'm saying, it's really trans women shit, if you really want to be T, but feel me? I'm a jacket because that's still my community and I honor and support everything that they do. I would not be here without you. A lot of black people wouldn't be in a lot of spaces without black trans women. Like, a lot of...
I wouldn't know about all these niggas and shit and how they just chasers and type shit. It went from like exactly how to maneuver amongst niggas.
That a lot of y'all act the way that y'all act and do the things that y'all do and don't even be knowing how much we've done for you and how much y'all taken from us. So I'm out raising money for my top surgery right now, right? And I just met this girl that I felt like was trans, but I wasn't really sure if she was trans until she did one of these. Feel me, right?
Someone told me y'all don't be washing your back
One of these
and legs. That's nasty. And just because you can't reach your back, that doesn't mean you're neglected. To get you one of these African net sponges, and this is the room for help.
So you're all 9 months. If it would be a detriment to the mother. Okay, so number one, hold on for a second. It wouldn't be a viable birth because people have pregnancies where the fetus doesn't have a brain. Or the fetus. Okay, and there have been. Hold on for a second. All right. Okay. So, all right. It wouldn't be like if a woman, like say she has some medical complications at 7, 8, 9 months, right? They're not going to give her an abortion. All right. They can't give her the first pill, which takes 3 to 5 business days, right? They can't vacuum it out because it would be too developed. The only other way they would be able to give this woman abortion would be they would have to inject it with, I forgot what the name of it is, but they go in there, they inject the fetus in the heart, it gives it a heart attack. This can take 3 to 5 business days, and then they get some forceps and they rip it out piece by piece. These abortions take days. I thought they induce labor. No. They will induce labor, but they induce it to an unalive baby. And in the process, with the baby not being alive, right, they might have to break it up in pieces in order to get it out the birth canal. But okay, so but does that argument, like, does that just prove that people who get ABs that late in their pregnancy, that something is very wrong?
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is this, right? Let's say, okay, the woman has some type of medical emergency and she goes in there, right? And you're saying that she needs an abortion. What they would do, right?
I'm not
is
saying that.
Well, what they would do, the doctor wouldn't say that. What they would do is they would take this baby out, whole and intact, right? And they would treat them as two separate patients. And if the baby unalive, then that would be a tragedy.
Right.
So there would never be like a reason for a woman to need a late term abortion. These abortions are elective.
There's many scenarios where you have to pick between the child and the mother.
Yeah, it's
Name
like
one.
there's a lot of
Have you
scenarios,
seen-
but
have you
we've seen
seen
this
one?
shit like on TV and shit.
Name one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want me to give like the name of the woman or what?
Name a scenario.
Name a scenario. Well, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know exactly what medical emergency.
But if you're saying,
But it's
you're
true, though.
saying
We all know this.
there's these scenarios,
These
right?
scenarios where it's
How
like-
am I supposed
I believe in medicine.
Ma'am, how am I supposed to debate them if you don't know these scenarios?
I did not go. I don't have a doctorate. What I'm saying is there are. I'm not saying I know this.
So I need to know the scenarios where it's either the baby's life or the mother's life.
I think there's only one scenario where the mother is pregnant.
Can I age check you? Please go on mute.
Yeah, so like to the best of our knowledge, when it comes to late term abortions, okay, they're not gonna do. They're not gonna do it. No, I feel like you are not equipped for the conversation because you're telling me that there would be a scenario,
yes,
okay, where the mother's life or the child's life.
This is pretty common.
So you let all them other niggas play. Then when it's time to get weed, you want to play weed. Fuck you with
He
art.
says scenarios where basically that
You was studying.
you take the mom's
You
life,
was done with them.
you have to kill the baby and shit when you're doing an
That's
abortion. Something like
so you let all them other niggas play.
that. Mm.
Then when it's time to get weed, you want to
And
play.
they're saying that's safe way to take the baby out without like killing the baby.
Fuck, you was studying. You was done with them. You smoked with me. That's what.
I don't care if they do a live fucking cow.
How big of a bitch am I that I moved the whole metal crate? God damn!
To tell you they hate you.
Well, over there.
You might be doing something wrong.
Well, I've tried to eat healthy. I can't. I've been eating the wrong way for too long. My stomach reacts to salads like some of y'all's reacts to Taco Bell. It's like, what is this? You know, we've never heard of a carrot. We're not packing this. We're sending it, you know. Sometimes I need some chicken fingers to get back on my feet again. I've lived in a hipster neighborhood for a while, and they always tell me, Derek, you need a juice drink. You need a smoothie. You need some juice. I'm like, if I have any more juice and somebody bumps into me, I'm going to poop my britches. I'm in a car. I'm not built for juice. Children are built for juice. If I have 2 cups of apple juice back to back, your boy's fighting for his life.
Well, I guess I have.
So this is the first page to my supernatural horror graphic novel, Present City Monsters. And it starts off in 1963 New Orleans. And it follows our hero Jonas. And as you can see, he's having dinner with his family and everything seems normal. Jonas is an aspiring blues musician and he's got his first paying gig tonight. He doesn't want to be late, so he's rushing through dinner. So this is where things get interesting. As Jonas is kissing his mother goodbye, she warns him not to use magic. And he promises.
Mom, did you see that lady? Wait. Well, a bee she's a lady. She had big boobies and beard. What do you call that, Mom? What? Mom, did you see that lady? Wait. Well, a bee she's a lady. She had big boobies and beard. What do you call that, Mom? What? Mom, did you see that lady? Mom, did you see that lady? Wait. Well, a bee she's a lady. She had big boobies and beard. What?
Hey, fire your referee, dog. Them hands is flying faster than an Eminem version.
He's very funny.
Hey, fire. And just when we think James Bowler ain't got no competition, Big J come through with a double fried peanut butter and jelly, sour cream, and double cheeseburger. Let me say it again. Hey, oh damn, she got bacon on that too. Hey, double fried, sour cream, peanut butter and jelly, double bacon cheeseburger. Double fried peanut butter. That's the try that motherfucker. You see how she just threw that? Oh. Salute. Alright, you trying to turn up this really like a 50-point game right here. If we really going like NBA statistics, a double fried peanut butter and jelly sour cream, double cheese bacon burger, that's a 50-point game at least. What y'all think? We gotta start having stats for this shit. I think that's at least a 40 ball. At least I say it's like a 40 ball, maybe a 50 ball. It's at least a 40 ball. What y'all think? And just when we think James Bowler ain't got no competition, Big Bay come through with a double fried peanut butter and jelly sour cream and double cheeseburger. Yes, word. Let me say it again. Hey, oh damn, she got bacon on that too. A double fried sour cream peanut butter and jelly double bacon cheeseburger. Double fried peanut butter. That's the try that motherfucker. You see how she just threw that? Oh. Salute. Okay, Big Day. Alright, you trying to turn up this really like a 50-point game right here. If we really going like NBA statistics, a double fried peanut butter and jelly sour cream, double cheese bacon burger, that's a 50-point game at least. We got 10.
Gee, isn't you eating pork considered cannibalism?
Man, fancy seeing you. Oh man, Rivers over there trying to be the next Rainbow Six Siege operator. That boy, bro. Hey, fun.
So apparently, if you keep to yourself, then you don't bother people. It apparently bothers you. I want to try.
Trip bag.
I just want to say on live right now that I'm at a weird point in my life. I just feel I really don't feel myself anymore. I guess the thing about it is when it comes to depression, I think I have to just keep on going and just keep on pushing. Because honestly, I was depressed as fuck, and I had all those job offerings, and it's like, damn, you know, could have really used that opportunity and got me a new job. And I hate being homeless so much. I'm going to cut it off for soon because I'm just kind of tired of it's tired shit. I'm just everything. Being trans is one thing, but then like I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm just tired of everything. I'm kind of tired right now. I just came on air because I felt like I gotta do something, you know. But I kind of just feel like watching some movie or something right now, or TV or something, and like eating some food. I don't know. It's like this ups and downs where it's like I can come back into it. I have like this like it's like emotion regulation is kind of like fucked up. I went in. I want to like I want to smoke. I want to fucking hang out and watch a movie or something. I want to kick it. And then one second I want to do this and that, and then do this and that. And I have all these like emotions that are just kind of rallying up with it and kind of lose focus. You know, just like I get really down when I don't do nothing. But then like you got all this time and you got all this resources to do something. So I'm like, I need to try to do something on live. But then I'm like, I gotta put my makeup on and shit. I gotta look a certain way, you know, so you guys can like, really get a full me or whatever. And it's just kind of hard for me right now because I'm just really tired all the time. Because it's just, when I think about what I have to actually do to do something, it's just a lot. Half of the things I be doing is just surviving. It didn't really be like that. And I realized like that's kind of what I've been doing sometimes. And a lot of the things that I want to do, I can, but it's hard sometimes because I'm a black trans woman who's homeless and African. So like, I be feeling all types of ways. You know? And so get me kind of like scared in the world. I'm just feeling like, oh my God, you know? So, that's my little problem with that. At this point, I think I'm going to get a job. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a job. People are hiring me. Like I said, all the I'm gonna take all this money and I'm gonna invest it into myself, really. Instead of my weed and invest into businesses, small businesses and shit, small little hustles I can do for myself. I'm just really more worried about money now, you know? Like, not in the way of being worried about it, but like, I wanna like follow my dreams now. Cause like, I don't care about like, following the Joneses and being somebody I'm not, you know? That's why I'm more into like creatives and what creative people are doing. I just feel so, I don't know, like, it's weird because like you realize this is what it's supposed to be, you know, like, to be honest, you know, like honestly, this is what it's supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be me being homeless, trying to figure out on my own, and getting it on my own. And that sucks because you're like, there's no way. And you're not really getting it on your own, but you have to figure it out by yourself. Like, the people you had in your life prior to your life or whatever changing are not going to be there. And you got to figure it out and make a new life. And it's like really hard because you're so like scared because of all the feelings. And especially if you failed in your other life. It wasn't like, you chose to move on, but you failed. It's like, it makes you more scared. And so I feel very scared when it comes to, my situation. It's a huge glare. Can't really see them. But yeah. Got boobies right there. But yeah, that's what I deal with. I'm just really, I don't know. I'm at a different place in my life mentally where I just feel so, like, I can't, like, I'm eating cucumbers and apples. I have like a little chicken nuggets and fries right here on the side, but like, I'm eating cucumbers and apples half the day. And then the rest of the day I'm eating that shit. And so it's just, it's kind of wild to me because I'm just like, man, like I don't even know. Like food tastes different. Like when I was younger, vegetables tasted nasty. Now I love vegetables because it's like I don't know, you eat it and it's just you feel better. It tastes really different. You taste the nuance in it, and it's just I don't know. You know, and then it's like I'm taking like pills all the time. Of course, for hormones and stuff like that, but like I'm taking like iron and zinc and like it's crazy. A probiotic, a prebiotic. It's like what the fuck, you know? You know, I don't get horny anymore. Like I'm at a point sexually where my sexuality is so it's annoying me because but it's not like frustrating. Like oh my god, I miss so much. It's just. I used to wake up in the morning on a ritualistic basis and really make that a part of my like. And I think the thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I hit a point where, you know, being a sissy cross-dresser and all that good shit, like it's completely fucking phased out of me. Like that shit is, I just can't go back to it. Like it's so different when you're a trans woman. You know, it's just I'm not attracted. You know what I'm saying? To those ideals anymore. Like, first of all, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not super attracted. I don't have all this libido. So I'm like, oh my God, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. You have to rev the engine for me. And then it's like, I don't relate to the people anymore. Like, I used to be, like, for a second there, when I first had my transition, I was, like, really into cross-dressers and shit. And so that was, like, well, because, you know, their libido's high. So my libido was high. Bam. But now I'm at a point where, like, I don't get, like, morning wood anymore at all. You know what I'm saying? And so I already wake up and I'm just like, and I've been like doing this for like, I've been like morning wood religiously like masturbating to like AGP like content or like CC Crossdresser content or CC Hypno content for like most of my 20s, like pretty much most of my 20s. And it's just like, I feel like that kind of contributes to my transitioning. And I kind of feel the backlash to that now because it's like I'm seeing that like I have no libido to even like crave sex, and it's like it's weird and it frustrates me because I used to be like a morning prayer for me, like just to go in here and like watch the pornography. It was not just pornography. It's like you're watching, you're looking at these trans. Essentially are cross-dressers or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, like there's femininity, that looks nice. You start to like peep game and you don't know how to act and like all that good shit. So it's like the anatomy, it keeps you always kind of like, oh my god, I can expect this, I expect that. What the hell? There were a lot of shit. Martin Luther King had a dream. Society the way it needs to be homeless. But I mean, nobody's giving up on themselves. It's just not what's going on at all. That's not even a reality. That's what you say to what you see, but that's actually what's going on. So, anyways, so yeah, like that's what I feel like right now for my transition. It's like really weird, but I feel like going forward in my transition, but it's like that I have to leave behind now, and it's really awkward because it was just between me and me. So it's like, oh man, and it's like I've seen myself change so much, and now I'm not even angry at the transphobes. I understand why they're doing what they're doing because they just don't want it. They just don't want it around them, and I get it. The argument is they're transphobic and they just don't want it around them. That's all it is. And I understand. I'm not even like against it now anymore because I look at it from where I was part of those same communities. It's like I was that person. There's no way you would have me be like, and ripping that off took years and years of therapy and all that. It's fucking crazy. And so, the only ones that are fortunate are the ones that pass. Because they just pass. Like they just pass. It's crazy when you realize you just pass. Like when you have the body parts of a body of a woman, you have the body of a woman. You will be just sitting there and somebody would be, oh, that's a woman. do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like, when you need to move, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the cops are gonna come pick you up. You just stand sitting there. They're gonna take you to a female. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, bam, put you in the program. You're gonna be you whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be taken care of. If you're a guy, you're going to jail. You're gonna be fine. You put yourself back on the streets, and you know what I mean? They're gonna put you in jail to work because you're a man. You're definitely gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they do. But like, you're a woman, like, you know, and if you're not, that doesn't happen to you, to law or whatever, then the fucking men are going to just come up to you and to try to give you things and whatnot like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to take advantage of you too, but like, honestly, 9 times out of 10, they're going to help you first. There's a lot of nice people, women and men are going to help you. You know, everybody going to fucking try to help you. It's crazy. You know, like, the world will stop you for a little bit if it's genuine, you know? If they just see like a homeless woman just sitting there, like, for like 2 days, like, what the fuck, you know? Somebody's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna give you something and shit. You know? It's crazy. But my point I'm just saying is, like, it's different. And so, like, when you pass, it works. When you don't pass, it's harder because it's like, you just look like they're so confused by you and shit. And it's like, you know, I used to be one of them, so I can understand why they would feel like that, how they feel. It's a programming. And you can't take that way of life out of it. You can't beat these people when it comes to their culture, what they got going on. You know? Especially when you know you used to be like that. And some people, you can't, you know what you have to go through. And it's like, you know, it's like ripping off the symbiote from Spider-Man and shit. Like, you can't, you know? I'm going to try to show you. This is how ripping off racism. I think you grew up that way. You grew up racist. You grew up, you know what I'm saying, in any type of community. It's in your nervous system now, or your motor skills. Spider-Man 3 releasing the symbiote. Yeah, this shit. Uh-oh. Just fast forward this shit. Exactly. You know? That's all it is. That's how homophobia is. Can't really racism, then it goes off to some younger kid and shit and looking up to you. You know? It's looking up and shit. Because you start acting homophobic, transphobic, you might approach you, start trying to have sex with them, all types of shit. Going to drag shows and shit. And they're reclaiming them because you can't be real with yourself, so you just, ah. And now every time you fucking have those outbursts, every time you fucking do those down low fucking things, I'm not talking about the gay things, the opposite things, the hating and shit, all the evil shit, the shit that we know that down low niggas do. Look over their tracks. It's like every time you do that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you killed Ted Bundy, it's every time you come try to cover that shit up. You know, you drop that symbiote shit somewhere. That's that symbiote juice you left behind and shit for somebody else to be like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Tell you, that's what I feel like. And that's why it was like, and then you're also coming out as trans, so you know, but so you can come out the same way you are. You came in, you know, like type shit. But like you come out and be a trans woman, you come out and do whatever, non-binary, doesn't matter. You come out like what you're supposed to be. You know, you rip all that, the isms and schisms off of that shit, you know? Man. I hate the fact that it's so hot. I need a fan, but like I cannot smoke because the wind just fucks it up. So annoying. So I'm just vaping and this shit. It's to the point where I'm filling out female clothes like hard. You see this shit? Like I'm even got like, man, like cleavage just starting to fucking come in the game. I've been a sports bra, so I haven't really bought one yet because I'm just like not really with it. But it's gonna get crazy. Like that's why I'm gonna have to move because like I'm in the part of my transition. I'm probably gonna have to move every like year of my transition. I feel like I'm gonna have to move because I'm gonna be trans and people are gonna see like oh I'm a tranny and then like they're gonna be like wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of interesting. Goddamn mosquitoes in Texas. Damn bastards and just shoot up my fucking whole body. And I'm covered in fucking bites. This is crazy. That's just on my arm. It's all on my leg, my back, some of my underneath my titty and shit. Motherfuckers here, man. And they're like, man, did you use any fucking? I've been using bug spray. It's just that you can't calculate it because you don't know until you get bit. Are you getting bit? You're like, wait a minute, golly, like, hold on, they're coming at me. I need to start spraying up, you know? You just walk in, next thing you know, it's like boom, boom, boom. Or you're just getting hit. And you're just like, what the fuck? And like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, as a homeless person, like, I've seen it before. Like, I be outdoor shit. All these outdoorsy shits. So, like, I literally be like, seeing like the evolution, like when it was cold and like they came out, and then these mosquitoes were just like super. They were so microscopic you couldn't even see them. I would just be getting bit or itch in places, and I fucking knew well, these mosquitoes are fucking small. So there'll be some baby ass mosquitoes. You know, like I get these small ass little bites, super small. And then now, you know, we're in fucking August. We said we're gonna split up and. What happened? Man.
And what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement with August, an entanglement, an entanglement, an entanglement with August, 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 an entanglement with August.
So yeah, August is like that year though, like, yeah, part of the year where it's like all this shit's happening and whatnot. We heard, I don't know, spiritually they're saying like we're in a fucking Leo Mercury retrograde. You know, Leo is pretty much the lion, and you know, lion being the conquering line of Judah. So definitely like a roster-like energy of that Viking-like energy, that kingly, roaring energy. So definitely, Warriors got to take a step back. It's not about how hard to fight. So putting on the sword and learning how to fight without the sword or letting it go is just a part of the process. And so I'm doing that now. It's just hard. Because you have to become Athelstan, you know? Oh my god, it's like finding the little fucking spot where the mosquito bit on your fucking hands is agonizing. I know I feel something itching. I don't see. There we go. It's a bitch. Damn. Let me show you. Like, that shit is crazy. Good. But it itches so much, you're just sitting there like, what the fuck? Should probably use scissors. Use a knife. Again. Yeah, it's a big fucking hole too. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not too big. Oh, that's big actually. Yeah, that's a lot actually. Like if I actually start tearing into the skin, it's gonna be like a big ass patch right there. But yeah, it's how you feeling. Like it be really hurting and shit. These little mosquito bites, I'm telling you, they come out of nowhere. And then you're like, just leave it there, get the anti-itch. But that shit fucking makes it worse because it doesn't last that long. Like, there's no anti-itch just in completely getting away. But these mosquitoes there. So by the time it's August and shit, they fucking be full grown, fat as fuck. And then like actually I say by July, that's when they're the fattest fuck. But then like when they're in August, that's when they're like dying off and shit, you know what I'm saying, colder and shit. And these motherfuckers are like sleepers. Cause like last night I wasn't getting like chewed the fuck out and shit, so which surprised me. But you know, temperature's kinda dropping and shit like I said. But yeah, these motherfuckers here, like they be out here. They be out here, it's like crazy. You just be like, what the fuck? You know? But they will attack. Like, they will attack. I got so many of this right here. Like, they will attack. Like, super slick. Like, you got the, and right now, that's how they be like the most right now in Texas. They be on some sleepers, like, sell ass, super shit. And at first, you try to like use the anti-itch to like not scratch and have these marks and shit. But after a while, you just come on now. I bought a whole fucking like case of these bitches, whole 20 pack, gone. You know, it's the last bottle. These fuckers is really annoying. Man. But it's not good though. This is winter season. I'll just get the skin repair cream. I'll put that on there. Skin repair cream actually works. Like, no cap. It kind of sucks to say that shit too, but you can see I have like some older marks and shit. But I need to start like putting them on a lot more once I get the. Because this is what I did like literally already, and that's why I kind of feel kind of like depressed right now too. Until you have this shit, and it's like, man, like you know. I remember like last year I had all these bites on me, and then I got the skin repair cream, and I was using that for like a couple of months. And then, you know, it fades away, but then it's like, it sucks that you got all these, you just came back again, and now it's still more. It's just, no, it's not. It's kind of fucked up. Yeah. That amongst my body. It sucks. But shit. Yeah, just it has my head all like insecure and like I kind of feel like they're not gonna like me at any job because it's just I remember when I fucking started selling myself, you know. Like I first saw caring myself, like I was transphobic as fuck. Not in an angry way, but just in a way that was like, you know. I did all that shit. And it's like people have different reactions. Some people are attracted, some people want to be trannies, some people hate trannies. It's like, but it's all the same type of shit. And so it's really interesting, you know. For people that they know trannies. It's kind of interesting. Oh my god. That shit is awful. I might have to put up the scissors on this one. I might have to put up the oh shit. This is, they fucking got into me, bro. Damn. This fucker's here. Damn. Oh shit. Oh. What fucking hell? Told you. It's like in bite, like, or maybe they'll bite, right? They'll be sucking, or they'll get a bite in there and suck. They immediately release a toxin that like makes the skin separating it and inflamed. So even if you like don't scratch and whatnot, it's gonna dry up probably, and then it's just gonna be like a big old patch right there. So it's easier just to tear the skin off because that's dead skin, and you just gotta tear it off and then let it heal. That sucks. It's just an awkward thing. Like, you just be sitting there and like and start itching around here, and you be like scratching because it's just awkward. Just touching right here until you feel like something kind of like give, and it feels like there's liquid there, and you're just like still scratching and scratching. Like I learned that you just gotta pop it, you know, or you can try to put the like itching cream on it. The only problem is just like it's not gonna work. Even if you get a super strong one, it's like it's not gonna completely destroy that itch. It's still gonna be sitting there, or it's still gonna have the mark. So I hate this. That sucks, doesn't it? Very painful to be honest. It's just like your skin is like open. Mosquitoes, what can you say? But yeah, I feel like it's kind of awkward being trans. They got me really insecure. I'm like really scared. Like in the sense of like you see what I'm going on with the titties and shit. Like, and then I have a beard and shit. It's like I don't think I can like go to regular places anymore, do regular things anymore. Like I'm gonna look weird, you know? And I don't really know what to like do anymore. Like I don't know if I should shave just because I have titties, or should I fucking like, you know? That's got me kind of fucked up. Like, do I shave because I have titties, or do I keep my hair because everybody's calling me a sir anyways? You know? Because I feel like right now I look like a trans man. I feel like I look like a woman who's trying to transition into a man. And I have nobody tell me like really how I look. Like I don't really know how I look. I couldn't get an infection, but I mean, shit. I probably got an infection by now. But all these fucking marks. Yeah. I got marks for days all across my body. Sometimes you just get so tired of it, and sometimes you're not even gonna, you live such a rugged life, you might sleep on the concrete, and you put your hands on the concrete or whatever, you might rub against something that's hard, and it'll just peel the skin off. So you might as well it'll scab over really quickly. Unless it's just completely unsanitary. Only homeless in the sanitary. Like I said, being homeless is not all that shit. If you think it is, it's all in your mind. So, water is readily free. I don't even know. It's readily available for anybody, anywhere. Water's free. No, good water though, but water free. So, that being said, I don't know right now. I guess I'm gonna just try to put something on and see what we got to watch. I don't know. It's like I don't know what to watch anymore. Like it's like so many things have changed. Like I feel like my brain's changed because like I remember watching some MGTOW shit, and some guy was like, "Oh, my friend became a trans woman and shit," and he basically said like motherfucker got dumber and like more self entitled. And I guess I kind of feel that shit. You become weaker. You really don't care about all the extra. You become a little bit more emotional because you know the complex emotions that go on and all the nuances that go on. When men don't, they just worry about their own selfish gains. So they're just like, and they don't see that that's an emotion. They're just hyper focused on it. When there's a whole complex array of emotions that can take place, you know what I'm saying? That change the narrative of what's going on. They don't take that into account. So that's what they call that, what they think of logic. And it's really not. It's just one big emotional outburst. Anyways, so these are the revelations that I've learned being transgender and being in my own gender. It's just, but it's just so fucking weird because I feel like I can't like live that shit because of patriarchy, because of the manosphere, because of how. Because I started to even realize. I remember I read this shit. It was probably last night somewhere, and we scrolling this shit. But I had basically came across this thing on TikTok. I can probably go find it, but I'm not gonna look for it. It's one of the manosphere people, and he was basically talking about how trans and queer people understand what it means to be a man more than some of us cis people because they've had to like live underneath it like harder. It's had more effect on them. And like I was like, you know what, that's so true. Finally somebody sees what I'm talking about. I feel like we're more manlier than them. I feel like all the fucking greats men were basically trans women, and like I feel like a lot of us really like, you know, because of having masculinity. It's known that AGPs are basically cross-dressing men or transitioning men like have higher forms of, and you see it even in sports, like trans people across the board. Actually, just found out across the board, even trans men are fucking kicking ass in sports. Why? It's because they're try harder. So, anyways, it's just kind of got me fucked up because I'm sitting here thinking like all these things I'm just changing. I'm just like becoming who I am and shit, you know. And it's just weird to me because I don't know. I just feel like I still have like ties and attached comfortabilities, you know. Like I'm comfortable in saying like, okay, like I sometimes even say to myself like I'm a man. Like but I was doing that for a while, but now I kind of feel like I do have this thing where I jump in between. Like in my mind, I really be like, when guys are talking about being guys, I immediately want to be like, man, as a guy, as a man, as a real ass man, I want to be like, as a man, you know what I'm saying? This and the third, but then I'm like, when women are talking about being a woman, I resonate deeply too, you know what I'm saying? And so my point I'm trying to make with that before is that like, men are trying to fucking win the gender war, and they're even trying to take trans people with them. So it's like, they want trans women to, you know what I'm saying, be on the side of on the side of men, you know? And they were saying something like, oh, you're not letting trans women be comfortable in their masculinity, like they have to feel like this and then the third, they can't fucking not man enough or whatever for they speaking themselves, or he's like, not just trans women, but like queer people and gay men and all that type of shit, right? And I'm like, you trying to get us back on your side because he knows that the whole LGBT community on the male spectrum of gender or of sex has literally like been on the female, you know what I'm saying, side of the sex society, even trans men. And so we've all supported each other and shit. And, you know, cishet men are like, what the fuck, you know? And so it's really interesting because it's like, you're trying to get us, that's what I'm not realizing, like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, these people, this is what they do. This is what's going on. It's deeper than that, you know? It's because we're not a majority. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee you, all the times I've been in a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, dealt with in an awkward way and shit anywhere public. If I would be like two other fucking girls that are as big as me or whatever the fuck, you think these niggas would fuck with me like that? No. The fuck? Or a nigga? No. No. And so, you know, it's ironic. They might mock, but I don't think they, you know, not realistically. So I'm at a weird place right now. Where it's like I'm changing and I don't know how far I'm changed. And so that's how I kind of grew my beard back because I kind of felt like, yeah, I think I'm a guy anyways. But then like I don't like not hate it. And I always felt conflicted about liking my fucking facial hair. And I was watching this non-binary girl, on TikTok. And I was like, she was she's the one with the beard, the one with Dr. Phil and all that shit. Like, she was saying shit, and it's like, I really fuck with her. Because, like, yeah, like, you grow a facial hair, you know this is there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you get electrolysis and all this shit because you know that you're trying to not, like, have that out in public. So, for me, it's like I can just shave. But it's like, you don't want to shave all the time. So who cares? Why can't you just let it grow out? But I feel like I'm at that point right now where it's like, if I grow my facial hair out, I really, what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't know. I really don't know this kid. I didn't have as much leaders. So, it's really deep. It's crazy. I can't stand all this shit. So now I'm at a place right now where I'm like, okay, so to get a new job, like, to a pair, who I wear the job, the job interview. Like, all I have is like male attire and shit. I have female attire, it's somewhat appropriate, but you get what I'm saying? For the most part, it's like, oh my god, it's kind of nuts. But I gotta do what I gotta do. And that's what got me most scared. And like, it makes me feel like I can't even go to certain places anymore. Like, I have to literally work in the gay district of fucking the cities or whatever. I gotta do that shit. I gotta go to gay areas and shit to be completely safe. And you're gonna be racist and discriminated against. They're harder a bitch, you already know, because white people don't like niggas, regardless, or they are what they are. So, it's like you're gonna get some of that, and it's like, I'm not ready for all that, Like, I don't know. That hurts so fucking much. I put the ashes on the wound. See if that's gonna. It stings so fucking bad. Let's look it up and see if that's anything ever happened. He's putting ashes on a wound, you say? Searching. No, putting ashes on the wound is generally not safe and is not recommended. But some physical practices suggest using ashes for wound healing, modern medicine, and wound care practices advise against it. Ashes can be contaminated and cause infection, and can also irritate and further damage the wound. It sucks. So I probably made it worse. It's gonna get infected. No. That's not. You know what? I have alcohol wipes. They were fucking like it's all this other shit in there. Like, man, they're fucking weirdos. Like, seriously. But it's all good. So this motherfucker wrote a whole manifesto on my shit just to like. You know, I feel like I have to like literally just. I don't know. I just feel so weird. I feel like, oh man. And like, yeah, a lot of times people get killed and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like you always on the run and shit. I don't want to live like that. I want to really like, you know, have my shit together. Like, I don't want to be these trans girls that are always on the run. I hate that shit. I do want to leave Texas. I don't want to be here. I just want to save up a little bit more money because losing my job was like erupt, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really trying to like just leave, you know? I think that's a wise thing to do. I think this is one of the cheapest places to live for a reason, like, you know? But they always say like going to Houston is like just to save some money. So I'm just trying to get me this job, and I'm gonna save my money up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to save enough money to get a car. And then I might get the car and drive up there, but like I don't want to drive up there. So I might just buy a car there. You know, and live in the car. Get to see. It's just so weird, you know? Everything's so weird for me right now. I can't even wear regular clothes. Like, but even if I wear regular clothes, like people are gonna be like, "Oh, like you look like a woman," and like people are gonna think I'm a fucking dyke. I look like fucking Miss Elliott with a beard. Like, it's crazy. But that's the type of shit I want. Like, you have like masculine women. I guess this is another good example. You know, stud like bitches and shit. These are two perfect examples. I like the Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott. That's too old. It's updated, please. What she wearing nowadays? Don't give me that shit. Goddamn. But this is how I always really imagine myself really when I was like trying my transition. Not really, but like, you know, that's kind of like a little bit what it was. Like I'll be wearing shit like, nah. You know she's old as fuck. Yeah. Basically things like this. When was this anyways? 2019. She's still alive? I don't even know. Shit. Is she still alive? I'm like, I gotta find out real quick. You know, black people gotta do that shit. Like, it is. Fuck the one. Like, fuck. Make sure she's still here with us. Oh, God. Like, yeah, she's 54. Damn, these motherfuckers are all hitting 54. Like, it's kind of crazy, right? I think it's significant for some reason. Like, Missy Elliott's hitting 54. What if this? It's hitting 54. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? It's weird how, like, in the era of things, the babies born from that era are completely opposite from that era. I'm just thinking about it like, they're born in the 70s, in the late 60s, and that means their parents were fucking probably born in the 50s, and then, you know, the 50s, that means they were hippies. that they were raised by hippies, like Will Smith and all that shit. They were raised by hippies, and then you have motherfucking their parents were raised by goddamn people raising them from the 50s. So why they've become hippies is because they were raised by parents at the time in the 50s. They were all like, you need to be like this, cookie cutter, cookie cutter, cookie cutter. And why were they cookie cutter and like, oh my god, you have to stick to the rules and you have to be this way. Don't be weird as fuck. No weird shit. No weird shit. It was because, think about 20 years before then, or like 15 for the 50s. The 30s. War, like it was the World War, so they're just like they were like, "Fuck, fall in love." They were like, "Fall in love now," just yelling this shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Fall in love, you know. You coming in the chat, give it a like. Appreciate that. Appreciate love. Appreciate love that. Anyways, let's see some Missy Elliott inspired outfits. Missy Elliott inspired outfits. But you get what I'm saying though. Like, it's like that's the type of like girl vibe we're looking for. We're not looking for like that's a good girl vibe right there for me. Like, that's the shit I was on. Like, I can't want my hair to be like that when I was younger, too. So we can see more like that. You gotta be Missy Elliott, it can be any shit, you know. But, like, streetwear type of hood chick, like, not really, like, just kind of chill chick. Like, I don't know what to call that shit. I don't want to say tomboy because that sounds lame. It sounds very, just lame to me, I don't know. Come on. Google image search kind of sucks right now. I don't know what's happening with it and why it sucks, but it's just doesn't have variety like it used to. Okay, Missy Elliott, she's still a little too old. That's all I'm saying. She's a little. The Brat is a little more younger, I think. The Brat. Yeah, she's 51 too. What? I mean, she's 51 though. God damn. Man, she's getting. They all got like, man, that's crazy. But the Brat look good as fuck though. It's her makeup though, probably. She be looking good then, motherfucker. I don't know if I should have got the Brat already. I love her outfits. Check out the fit. What the fuck? Why change it to stupid internet. Do too much. Let me get some fucking time. What the hell? Come on, man. What are we doing? Damn. But you get what I'm saying. I can't even get it because they're not even Google, not doing shit. I don't know why. You're giving me nothing. But it says this is her style. I'm gonna play it out loud.
AI overview. The Brat's fashion sense is known for its bold, eclectic, and often gender-bending style, which has influenced a
But you get what I'm saying. I don't know why for me. Exactly, like if I look her up on Pinterest, like the hairstyles and shit like that. But anyway, my point I'm just trying to say is there's like a style to it, like, you know? But I really don't know. I don't know how to dress and shit, like, for an occasion. Like, I don't know. I don't know if people see me as a woman or not, or a trans person or not, or gay or not. I don't know what people be thinking anymore. And it's because I'm so like me. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? I'm getting kind of scared when it comes to all these new job interviews and all these things I have to go through. It really got me kind of scared. I didn't go to the one today because like this is the only time I could be like alone. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here because like it's the weekend. But they're hiring tomorrow. The hire event's tomorrow too. I don't really want to go anywhere even because like it's too far. I gotta go downtown first of all. Take a fucking shuttle bus to go to like an area that's not within like the metro actual bus driving limits. So it's like, if y'all know Houston, I gotta go basically from like Alief to downtown to Southwest, or to Cypress. And so it's like, I gotta go to Cypress, Texas, and it's like, that's where I used to fucking, like I used to live a little bit past there. I don't know exactly if I can find that shit. But it's like, I used to live past that. I used to live in Prairie, Texas. So that's a crazy shit. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, nah, that's just too far. It's an immediate hire. It's some money. I don't know, but it's like, I don't know. Then I gotta take like a Lyft, a 15-minute Lyft drive. A drive, 15 minutes. I'm not gonna drive 15 minutes in somebody's car as a trans person and shit in this social club. And all the way out there, like, it's not happening. I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing it. So with that being said, I'm not finna, be running around. I'm not finna run around. So, but I've gotten more like better at finding these jobs that are like in places that I want to go. They're in the gay district, and I have to do that shit. I have to. I have got to give me a good job. I have to like show them I can be a trans. I'm like when I say that shit, I'm so serious. Like I don't know how to say this shit. And I don't give a fuck if I get a euphoria boner or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be able to wear these lashes. You know what I'm saying? Possibly even have this beard and go to work with these titties. That's what I need. I need to be able to do those things. Because I'm at a point where it's like, I don't think I can go back. I take all these lashes off. I'm wearing like, boy t-shirts, boy shorts. I'm wearing like military shoes. And I still have people sexually harassing me at the grocery store in front of everybody. I can't do it. So because of that, I need to I gotta play it safe. I cannot pretend that I'm safe around these bad people anymore. I can't thug it out anymore. And it's crazy because I've never been soft. I ain't gonna hold you. I like to think of myself as like Xena the warrior princess, but it's like I can't do that shit in real life. Like I can't always be trying to fight everybody. And I deserve to be fucking happy. And I'm gonna say another thing too, like that really kind of like bugs me is because like that's kind of the whole thing. Like that's why I was kind of like trying to write or remix this like skit. I think it's like Scared Straight or some shit. Like this is what like I don't know what to call it, but like I don't want to say toxic masculinity, but that's what the shit that he's talking about. Like the like burden of being a man or manhood and shit put it onto you. So like it's a man's world type shit. And so like even women that were hobos and shit had to dress like men. And, had people on the frontier of America Revolution, all that good shit, right? They had to like just like men, so any type of things like that, women had to take up those roles, and it was not because they were trying to be like a man. Because men think that. Because I even thought that one time. They're trying to be like a man. Why are they trying to be me? That's just like nature. When you have to struggle and go through hardships, you become more rugged and more hard, more masculine. When you can do things freely because you have the actual riches and security to do that shit, then you become more feminine, more vulnerable. And so that's why people on higher class act more delicate and act more polite and all that shit, because they're like rich, they can do that shit. You ain't shit to them. And the reason why you act fucking like aggressive and angry and want to fight and fuck all the time is because you come from a lower class society where you don't know if you're gonna live the next day, and so you always have to fuck or fight, pass your jeans on, or fucking struggle to live to pass that jeans on. And so that's what you're always thinking about. And so you, with that type of insanity, it's like literally that's created though. When it's created, you end up like, you know, people think that this, that, and the third happens and whatnot. And I just think even that like maybe gay people were created under these circumstances. It doesn't matter if they were or not, because you find it in science if they were, then they were only there to stop all the madness and the hate too to begin with in the first place. That's already taken place. That's destroying us, you know. But that's why I love when I started buying just women's clothing. Like women's clothing when I was a man, and then we tried to get into like cross dressing or really getting wearing women's clothing. I used to wear casual shit. I used to look up on Reddit casual cross dressing. That's such a niche fucking market, or niche, like there's nobody there. Maybe like one person I saw, this one girl, and that was a casual cross dress. Casual is like what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing a woman's tank top, and these are women's like sweatpants. You can tell by the way it's cut, you know. But I fill it out because I've been on hormones and shit, and you can tell like the way the texture and everything. And like when I was a man and I was wearing it, I'm not gonna lie to you, I like these clothes because they're comfortable, right? But check it out. Like I bought these specifically for these type of like this type of wear, you know, to kind of have this type of effect. But like when I was a guy, I bought like women's sweatpants. I'll buy like women's like short shorts and shit. Or like not booty shorts, but like, you know, shit you wear like to bed and shit like that. I love wearing those type of things. What else did I wear for women's shit? Before like I even like thought about I was cross-dressing or okay for this shit. Like I literally, it's always happened when I was homeless, because you're homeless and you have no access to clothes, you find shit. And so, you know, sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, I'm so cold, and I'll like just find a bunch of clothes, I put them all on. You know, maybe it's like some women's like, you know, like sweatpants. It's like pink, black, and white. That's what I remember. It's something like that, and you're just like, okay, whatever. You're wearing that. You don't think you're a cross-dresser for it. But then, like, you know, you get off the streets, but you still have this garment, and you wear it at home, and it really does fucking feel comfortable as fuck. I remember my partner came in at the time, and he was showing me cross-dressing and shit. And I didn't really think I was cross-dressing because I was so being me. It was just weird. Like, I felt like I was putting on nail polish for, like, you know, expression type shit, like some emo type shit. And then I had the fucking goddamn female sweatpants on, because it's comfortable as fuck, you know, like it was honestly super comfortable. And then, you know, he was just wondering like, what the fuck, had a black V-neck on or whatever. He came in, he was like, after working, he was like, what the fuck? He was just like, he's stunned, and I was like, oh, like, hey man, like, and I tried to play it off, you know, I was back like a guy and shit, whatever. And I wasn't, like, once I acting like a guy, I'm not saying I wasn't, like, not acting like a guy before that shit. I'm just saying, like, you know, try to buddy with this guy, you know? So I'm just chilling at home watching TV and shit, right? Smoking weed. And so, like, he comes in and shit, and I'm like, I go to the table, and I'm like, I'm trying to talk to him and shit. And I can tell he's just staring at my nail polish shit, like, what the fuck? And then, like, he didn't know if I had the pants on, so I went off, like, the little island table that we have between, you know, apartments are and shit. So, like, you know, I went back to, like, the living room to, like, sit on the couch and shit, and he saw me wearing the pants, and then he was like, what the fuck? And was, like, completely, like, homophobized by that shit, just staring at me and shit, like, and I was like, oh, I'm wearing the female pants, and honestly, man, it's just really fucking comfortable, bro. I was like, they're just really fucking comfortable. He was just like, I understand. So, like, you know, like, yeah, like, that was kind of a problem for me. I feel like, but I understand why that shit is. So I'm not even tripping. It is what it is. Like, you want more of a You know what I'm saying? Cisgendered, non-queer, gay partner, fine, but that's not me. You know. So I didn't really know because but I felt that way, kind of like this. Is what I'm talking about, like. To me, it's not like I'm acting weird. Like it's just like me being kind of like artistic. Like, oh, you have, that people paint their nails. They're women, yes, women who paint their nails. If they do it to look whatever fun, but that's cool. It's cool to me. I find that to be actually fucking cool that women do that shit. Like, why don't guys do that shit? That's fucking cool. Like, is that weird? Just think that it's not like feminine but cool. You know what I'm saying? And like, what makes it cool? It might be feminine, but at the same time, I feel like it is still cool. Why can't feminine things be cool? You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, because when you think about it, feminine things are things like singing, you know what I'm saying? Like acting. They're not like real manly things. Any artistic, anything to do with expression, self-expression, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean that it's going to be a feminine expression. You know what I'm saying? It might be a feminine form of expression, like maybe like design or something like that. But even then, like, still, like, it doesn't really make sense. And so, like, that's why I kind of feel like, who cares? When it comes to all that shit, we get down to it. And that's what kind of made me kind of like really like go for the transitioning and shit. But it's just hard not knowing like where you stand like in the world of things, trying to figure out like I don't know. So I think that's what my next move I think is, because I'm gonna try to go to the interview tomorrow just because like it might get my feet wet and I might really get the good chance to see, but I just don't want to go in there and it's like I'm gonna have to walk out. I want a fair chance. I want to get a job. I want to get there and okay, they give me the job. I'm like, okay, cool, like fuck it. And then like I'm looking for other jobs, but like you know what I'm saying. This motherfucker here is like hitting me up. It's hitting me up hard, so I'm just going over there making that money and shit, saying fuck it. That'd be interesting as fuck. Like that'd be crazy if I just go over there and making that money and just like I'm working over here and I'm making the money and shit. Like I just said fuck it and like and then it all works out. But instead of like, oh no, I'm not gonna take this job. Like I don't think I'm in a position to deny any fucking job. But at the same time, like, go to Cyprus and go missing and shit. Like I don't want them to like, wear that shit. Like chill out. I don't want a fucking barrage of white people to come around and try to fucking attack me. I'm like, oh my god, I can't take a lift home because the fucking lift riders are fucking racist too, and like all some weird transphobic racist shit. And they really do like to explode. Transphobes are forced, guys. Be careful out there. They really are forced. They're not like, oh my god, you tricked me. They're like, no, it's a training, or I think it's a training legal attack. That's what they're on. So, you be very fucking careful nowadays. I think the reason why like they didn't really hurt me when I was like over there because they fucking are like retarded drug addict losers. And second of all, I think it's because like it was not on the streets or whatever. It wasn't personal. It was just business, and because it was fast food, so they had me like they felt like they could talk shit, and that was enough. Like serving me and shit, and then treating me like shit, and then like talking like you know how it is. Like I never knew. It's crazy how they talk about the Gen Z stare, but like literally, they did that to me so many fucking times. I had to give them the Gen Z stare. I got to that point. Anyways. That shit just sucked. So that's why I'm just like, I can't do that shit anymore. Like, and then it's like, if I do go to a place and they like do treat me well, I'm not gonna be ready for it. And that's how I felt like when I first fucking moved out, and I knew I was transgender on this shit, and I wanted to come out, and I made it. Honestly, I made it. I was supposed to come out as transgender, but I didn't, and I really should, because if you think about it, if I had came out, then it would have been me and that white lady and shit. We both have been trans. And he would have fucking did something else. It would have been like, but at the same time, I remember what happened when he first came. Like, it's like me and another black dude, right? We're like the dishwashers, and then he saw her with the cooks on the other side and there's like a little pit, you know what I'm saying, with the dishes and shit. And he just went off and was like, "That's a fucking man." I don't know. Everybody fucking like acting like that's a fucking normal fucking person. She just stand there and shit. It's not fucking dressed like a woman and she was going off like hard. And when the ex-military fucking white dudes came around, and he was like, he wanted to be, you know, he wanted to be one of the chefs. So he was in that whole like he came through like, hey man, you know, ex-military type shit with the beard, white guy, you know, beard, hat, you know what I'm saying, going on, you know, they're like fucking American soldier and shit, you know, type shit. So yeah, like. That shit fucked me up. I literally just like walked out. When I heard that shit and all that shit would happen, I just walked out. I didn't know what to fucking do, but I didn't want to lose my job. I didn't know, like, I was like, I gotta quit now. Like, I don't know what to do and shit. You know, you're running from all that shit, and then you come here, and it's just like on constant fucking persecution from fucking men being homophobic, and women low-key being like little fucking, like, it's just disgusting. Like, these women are just, I don't know what it's called, man. I don't know what to say. All I can say is these women are the most, like, literally, they're, like, insecure. But then they want to just throw shade. Like, it's really weird. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like a woman's scorn is not that scary. It's just weird, honestly. It's honestly just weird. It's not even like really cool. It's cool if you let it happen, but it's really just weird, to be honest. Because they think like they can like, I don't know. It's just really weird. It's too much. It's like, it's over the fucking top. And you're just like, what the fuck? You know? It's just way over the top. That's all I can say. I can go into it, but it's just in so many words. It's just like the women like pretend to fucking like be cool with you, but they really like are jealous of you, despise you, or just don't like you in general for being like transgender and like homophobic or transphobic or whatever the fuck I'm thinking. It's all types of shit. They throw everything at you in the book, and it's just really weird. You know, in their head. And so they just kind of like pretend like they know you're that shit, but at the same time like pretend like they're not trying to fucking awake the beast, so they're just like gonna pretend along with you and shit. It's really weird. And sometimes they use it to their own like self-aggrandizement, and it's just like, what the fuck? That's when it gets really weird, because you're just like, bitch, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? I don't like doing this. I don't want to do this. You know? Really weird. So, you know. Just try to get to a safe place. But then, like, you know, I didn't come out because of that shit. She would stay transgender. She was transitioning, and like, I was looking at her one day because I was like, man, she's fucking beautiful though. And everybody hates her and shit. And I'm like attracted to her, and I would like to be with her sexually. But at the same time, also like fucking like came out as trans, but like every step of the way. And this is like all that shit that happened when I told you like when I moved out, and like I tried to make up on for the first time horribly as fuck. Because you know they said we'll make it for black people and shit, and then like whoopie whoop, you know, move forward to like all this, you know, all this shit, and then like you know what I'm saying, like basically one like slowly but surely, everywhere and everybody was trying to reject me. And so when you get that like indicator that people rejecting you, you get really scared, so you fucking go back in the closet. But it's so fucked up because if you just stay true to yourself, they have no choice but to fucking be along. If they don't want to be along, they're not gonna be along in your life. And you need to learn that shit so we can get over it and get the right people on. You know? But like, and then you're just learning that. You learn also how to deal with reality, how to deal with real skills, and how to fucking see what's wrong like with the people. And no one not to fuck with them again. You know, it's like you just move forward in life. And when you sit here and go back in the closet, you do the same stupid shit. And that's in anything in life. You know, not letting the truth of yourself sucks. Because the truth is you take part in that shit. part of that shit. That's just a sad shit, you know, to deal with. That's why I'm just like, I don't want to be around that no more. You know? Should put the wig on. Alright. I didn't know if I wanted to put it on there now. I was kind of like, should I? It's not gonna fit well, only because my hair is big as fuck. I'm braided. You know? It's not braided or anything. It's just a big ass mess, you know. I have a lot of hair. I basically want my locks back again because I don't give a fuck. I feel my lashes 3 years. Wow. Oh, this is the smaller wig. Oh, yeah. I think maybe it's going to be better. Is that small? No, it's connected. Okay. It's all kind of together. Not good. It's a small wig though. Let's see. Yeah, it's a small wig. Super small. You can see how like my head is just mad. So I have too much hair on the head. I have to like braid that shit. Cornrows. And the cornrows. For sure. Be like, okay. Too much thinking. The names are not alive, aren't they? I don't know what I was going for, honestly, when I bought this wig. Yeah, it feels a little different from the other one. It's like curly or whatever, wavy. This is why I like afro hair. I just can't do all the extra shit. It's a lot of shit. The reason I have that hat on is because it's folded in, stable. It kind of works. If you know me, I'd probably take these two. Because I have locks. This is shit I do have. I really like having locks, and this is the only reason. You can just take 2 pieces of hair and just tie them together. Yeah, I'd be liking it the whole bit. You see? And so I put the hair on. So I'm gonna a little bit. So I'm really better now, right? I was way more like transgender and shit. Actually pretty good. But imagine if like the hair was actually braided up and then the wig was actually like really on and shit and I had makeup and shit. Like I look actually like pretty good. But I feel like I saw it. Go off. Process arrives. Mark. Wow. Oh God. Now everything else. Should do you. I think you feel good though. Let's watch a really copyrighted Beldar female show. I was kind of like not wanting to film that show because I was like, oh my God, you fan. I want to watch like transgender like.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor.
Let's go ahead and, you know, watch some of this and see what's up with this. See what's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. But like, let's see if it's like worth watching.
Text appears, an Amazon MGM Studios production. Traffic flows down a city street at night. A female police officer wielding a shotgun swings after a man running down the street's median. The man looks over his shoulder.
Stop!
The man dodges a car that runs toward the strip mall. He runs into a dry cleaners and trips. The cashier hits the man with
Probably what I needed. I got to drive because so depressed. Life is like in me. And I feel like they say schizophrenic people watch TV and like, but I do. I watch TV and I like relate my life to it, and I like literally find like the messages in the TV. Because honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but they say like the same things from the Bible, all this shit is basically the same things that they do when they make movies. It's parable. It's out of your mind. It's resolved. You know? And so with those things,
Get out!
you learn.
Okay.
You go like,
Yeah,
just
I'm fine. When Dalio's gonna need a doctor though.
1480, we need an RA. My location. Black, male, conscious, and breathing.